And I kept saying, before we moved, I was like, I know God wants us to move because he has something really big planned for me. I know God's going to do something really big in our lives. God has something so big planned for me. I'm going to help a lot of people. I know it. And I kept saying this and I kept saying this, and we leave, and the whole ride to my relative's house, I was so anxious. I'm like, man, I really don't want to go. I didn't want to sell our house at all. I really didn't. But I did. I obeyed him because this is what he wanted us to do, but I didn't want to do it at all. And so we get to my relative's house, and it took 3 months to sell because the house smelled, I guess, from the water that had gotten under the stairs. At first we didn't realize like what's smelling. And the realtor, he's like, I think maybe you need to take your rug up because everybody comes in and says it has a smell to it. So I'm like, can you make sure that it's the rug before we take it up and spend the money on it? So he goes back to the house and he's like, it's coming from the stairs, from under the stairs. And at that point we knew it was the water probably drying itself out, under the stairs. Because obviously you don't go behind those stairs, they're closed off. And so we knew what happened. So it took 3 months for it to sell. And then after that 3 months, we're like, all right, finally it sells. Let's, and we had a lot going on in that time. I wanted to go back. And I remember asking God as well. I'm like, God, can we go back? Because I don't want to be here. And he told me no. And so we stayed, even though I really wanted to go back. And so we stayed still, even though we had everything coming against us. And so we sold it. And then right after we sell it, bam, the market goes crazy. Everything goes so high up. We can't find a house. We can't buy a house. We took way less on the house that we sold. I think we had like maybe $3,000 that we had gotten from it. It was a really, really small amount. It wasn't enough for down payment on another house. And so we didn't have the money for that. We didn't have the money for getting another house. And so now we have been here, what was supposed to be months to find another house. We have now been here for almost 5 years. And so, and like I said, it's funny because you think, not funny, but you think that, hey, I'm following what God wants me to do, and I'm getting ready to do something really good, and I'm gonna help a lot of people. And I was so pumped up and ready to go. And then it was like, bam, bam, bam. And this is where I got, where so many things happen. I mean, so many things. Like I said, it's an extremely long testimony. It's an extremely long testimony. And maybe I'll share it in bits and pieces throughout the videos, but it's a long testimony on how many things have happened since we've been here, like a crazy amount.